woke up one day and thought to myself, what movie should I watch? Hmm, what movie do I want to watch? I got it. Hmm, Jeepers. Creeper. Reborn. Ah, yes. Perfect. Myself. And I told myself not to do bad horror movies again. And look where we are. I hate it. Jeepers Creepers Reborn should not be in a movie at all. And this movie seems like a group of friends from film school. No, my bad to disrespect them. My bad. Just a group of people that were high on shrooms or some sort of drug. They was like, let's make a creeper film. Instead of making it a short film, we made it a feature length film. And there's so many things that went wrong with this movie that looked like a fan film. And now, I'm not discrediting those. It just looked like a bad short film. The creeper looked very ugly. He looks horrible. His suit, no disrespect to the actor who plays him, he just seems like it was like a theater play act. And I'm not discrediting any theater play actors. I feel like with those, it's film versus theater acting. I think you can tell the difference if you really pay attention, and both of them are supposed to be very different from one and the other. But this one just seems like he was playing in a theater, or he was just playing for a ad or a kids show. I can't make up which one because how bad it is. No disrespect to him. I think that's how the director was directing. I think the director for this movie, it was around Halloween time. He was like, there's gonna be some sort of festival nearby, and there's a creepy house nearby. Let me just think of a creeper script real quick. Have that out, pitch it out, get it greenlit. Or it was, I don't know. This movie has one of the worst CGIs, especially at the end. This graveyard scene. I don't know if this graveyard scene was CGI'd or not. It will look like it for a second with fog, and then 2 seconds later it does it, and then a second later after that it does. But there, I will give it credit for two scenes. There's a scene he has to do. He's replacing his hand. That's a pretty cool scene. That's it. There was a scene in the woods that was pretty cool, but how stupid the character was during that scene, I just want to discredit that. I wasn't complimented because how cool it looked, not because of the anything to do with the movie. It's just the location they filmed at. And then the character was so fucking dumb. Let me just wipe it off real quick. I don't remember too much of the Jeepers Creepers movie. I like the creeper design. I think I like his character, but I don't like his maker. And he's a creeper himself, more than the creeper. He's creepier than the creeper. The creeper has some cool things with his truck, his weaponry, and just how he hunts. He's like a Pennywise. He comes every single 27 years, hunts, or 23 years, and hunts for 23 days. Let me know if I got that wrong. I didn't rewatch any of the old ones. When I first watched them, I was a little bit younger. I liked them. They were bad. The first one was good, and the one with the school bus one I liked. I think it's the second one. Third one, I only like the opening scene as I remember. And this movie is just horrible. And I don't like to criticize movies and talk about the script, the acting, and I won't discredit the acting sometimes through this movie. I just don't like discrediting other filmmakers and other film process and other people, cast and crew, because I want to do that type of stuff. Everybody's different when it comes to how they direct, how they write. Even if it's good or bad, everybody's completely different. There's people that probably like this film. I'll be very surprised. But I can't remember, if I can, only the opening scenes for each movie. But after I learned the behind the scenes of the creator of this character, I can't remember because I'm not trying to do a lot of research for this movie. I can't tell if it's the creator or the director. I probably will have it up on screen here, but I'm pretty sure it's the creator of the creature who is a weirdo. And he's one of these people. He's kind of one of those. But these guys are cooler, though, obviously. They're just the name of these creatures. Actually, we call them Yaojas. We don't call them. I remember recording this video of a week ago, and I listened to the audio. It had so bad audio. It had two mics at the same time. One was just either way too low. They were just both going at the same time. One was low, one was high pitch. I was like, what? An hour of my time was wasted. I'm glad I didn't edit because editing is the longest process for that. This movie stands at a wonderful 2.6 on Rotten Tomato. Critically got a 0 of Fat Goose Egg. Wow. Wasn't expecting that. No, it's fine. Of course I was. And the audience gave it a 7. So not that much of a difference. Didn't fuck with it. This movie came out in 2022. Movie was directed by Timo. I'm not going to pronounce his last name, but he's also have worked on projects I never heard of, like Iron Sky, The Coming Race, Iron Sky, Red Planet, a movie called Star Wreck, and a few other Star Wrecks. So, movies I've never seen or even heard of. The beautiful writers for this movie, Jake Seal, Sean Michael Ergo. The stars for the movie, we don't give a fuck about, because not the stars, I mean the characters they play. I'm just gonna get the characters' names out the way. Obviously, the creeper, Lane, Chase, the boyfriend, Sam, creepy lady. But that's not what she's credited as, but we're just gonna call her creepy lady. Harry, and that's mostly it. And then you got the background actors that just pop up in the movie. Am I going to go in full depth in the movie? No. This movie is just basic, stupid character development, if you could count any of these. Stupid character decisions, random spots in the movie, and characters we don't give a fuck about. Movie opens up straight how the first one opened, like the first one. But instead of having Justin Long, you get an old couple, and they get chased how the first movie opening scene is, and it cuts right into a video or documentary that the guy Chase, the boyfriend, is addicted to. He's one of those type of guys that does a lot of research for the person, and he believes that the fucker's real. And around this time of his age will be the first time, if it in his eyes it's real, so he will be witnessing it around the time now that his girlfriend's like whatever with it. You think he's crazy? Absolutely. But is this bitch even smarter? No, she's probably even stupider or on the level with Chase. Chase is one of those delusional guys who's just in his own world. He's just happy about crimes, but he's such a nice human being, but he has a little dark side to him. Everything seems normal about him. He has a wonderful personality. He's happy. He smiles. He's a caring person, but he's also retarded. And then you get the dark side of him where he just sits in the fucking corner learning about serial killers and voodoo and all sorts of witchcraft bullshit. Moving on. Lane is just your typical in a movie. She falls, she gets trapped, she gets whatever. I'm not trying to be like that. She's just your typical stupid bitch. I'm sorry. I should have watched my language right there, but I didn't. They're supposed to meet up around this haunted area, Hellfest thing that they're going to. A group of friends are supposed to meet at. One guy is a rich douchebag. I wouldn't say douchebag, just a rich person. And he's on his way, and he needs to take a leak. He goes in the woods, drives in the woods with his nice car. Nobody's near. It's just a random turn. He's still going to take a leak. So if a person would have popped out anywhere, he would have been an offender. But he was like, this place is very creepy. The woods is creepy, by the way. It looks very creepy. He said it himself. Why the fuck are you leaving away from your car? You're going hundreds of feet away from your car. Why? Oh, that's why. For him to get killed by the ugliest creeper. This guy looks like the fucking Leprechaun remake. Gosh, this guy is fucking ugly. And I don't even think this is a creeper. He gets his clothes from a scarecrow. That makes sense why his name is the creeper now. He strips down the scarecrow. What if the scarecrow was a real person? He would have stripped him down still. He finds his raggedy ass clothes there. If I do miss a lot in the movie, go watch the movie. Don't watch the movie. But the people that watch the movie say, hey, you missed this, you missed that. I don't give a fuck. Go make your own video. This movie is just, like I said, the little fillers. 90% of the fucking movie is filler. Up until you get to the crowd scene and then you get to the final scene. Fuck off. Round in the middle of the scene, my bad. Round in the middle of the movie, you get a lady phone girl, right? She's not calling nobody on this scene right here. Why? I was not convinced at all there was somebody on the other line of that phone. I was not. One bit. Nope. And this girl's part of a ritual group that sort of satanic, some sort of ritual stuff that has to do with the creeper that later on it has the plot for later. Moving on. So she was like, hello, we got our customers ready. And we are going to sacrifice them. The girlfriend, Chase's girlfriend, is spooked out from a bird hitting his head on a window. That would have probably, my bad, it wasn't just a random bird. It was a crow, to be exact. And the bird is just bleeding, gets up and normal. I would have left. The house they're in, left. The area I'm in, left. The movie I'm in, left. Chase, like I said, is delusional. So he would have been that type of guy in a different movie where he will see a ghost. He will see just people getting hanged from somewhere. He will see his girlfriend getting conjuring, so across the wall, getting swung from one wall to the other wall, up, down. And he would have seen a ghost. And if it was a thriller, he would have seen the slasher having killed one of his family members, he would have seen it up close. He's like, and he's on his phone anyway. So he's like, boom, can you do that? Can you do that again so I can record this time? That's how delusional he is. But they go to this fest thing, and I don't know, and I hardly doubt it was the people behind the scenes of the movies. They probably got a bunch of extras for the behind the scenes, and their costumes are better than the creep. Every single one of them. They did so much better than the actual creeper himself that the movie's named after. Creeper doesn't even have these cool scenes with weapons like in the other movies. He has these ninja star things that has the little scene later where it's like Chase and his girlfriend go to this throwing dummy thing, and they're throwing ninja stars. She's like, wow, what is this? It's a ninja star. It says it on top of the thing. It doesn't say ninja star, but whatever's on top of that sign is whatever it is. It's throwable. And he's like, it was one of these. It's handcrafted. And this moment is just ass usual for this movie. And after they leave, the creeper pops up and takes his gear back. And the creeper in this movie, obviously he's fitting in with other people because they're all in costumes. This guy's a creeper. He's just lurking in the background. I hate this design. Some of the others finally pop up with the group, and they lead into a van that's supposed to lead them into a haunted house. For some reason, I don't know what they're called. The lead person who's just the shower. He stops the car and he's like, we're going to have to walk from here now. I think it's part of the tour guy, I guess that's his name. And I think it was just for the movie to have a little bit of a longer run. Because like I said, this movie was supposed to be a short film, it felt like. I don't know if that's true or not. When I'm these scenes, why are y'all splitting up already? One guy goes ahead and goes to the graveyard that looks horrible with CGI. The background, I don't know what the fuck it is. It's ass. And he gets killed. Then they're like, where's the camera guy? Oh, where's that guy? Oh, where the fuck? I don't give a fuck. They go to the house, finally, and the ritual girls pop up and they block them in. And by the way, Chase's girlfriend gets kidnapped by the creeper himself. And he's torturing her. He has his weapon. By the time she escapes later on the way, she looks like she's been already tied up while the creeper is already hunting the others. There was the creeper's knife still. Why? She looks like she's been tied up for 10 minutes. You're telling me for the 10 minutes you're just bitching and crying? You're not figuring out, you're not looking at, I probably wouldn't do the same thing either. But anyways, there's a knife. She obviously escapes, but that scene's after. So the people get trapped, and they could just all work. There's 4 people. There's 3 guys and a girl. They all can push. This house is abandoned, it looks like. Obviously, my bad. And the house is zombie-proof, like from Call of Duty zombies. They have their barrels and all sorts of stuff like that. Why couldn't y'all just kick it? The windows, you could kick anything. You guys can all 4 push together. I'm telling you, that will work and you can get out. But that's before the creeper. They know the creeper's there. They could, if they were trying to escape, just fuck off. Fucking stupid. And everybody's blaming the tour guy. He pulls out his blick and he shoots the gun. Not at anybody, but the creeper comes and he hunts them one by one. In this movie, the creeper's just playing with them. It's just tormenting them, and for that, it's just to make the movie a little bit longer. One second. So basically, it's just a cat and mouse game. You know, people hiding, people dying. The creeper whacks somebody, kills somebody, smacks somebody, passes somebody around, and your girlfriend pops up around the end. Have an idea to kill him with a CGI. I am not counting this as whatever you call that on the top of the roof. I am not. That is the CGI at its worst. Their plan is to, because she's a sacrifice, torment, whatever the fuck she is. He's just, I think the creeper's just a little horny for her. I don't know. His name is the creeper for a reason. And she's luring him outside so the guys can get on the roof and they can, it's just so fucking ugly. Look at it. You cannot tell me that's, no. And they kill him. Yep, that's how they kill. Anyways, code 4PCA1 at self-checkout for G Fuel. If you guys want to check out some energy drinks, try something new. You guys heard of G Fuel? Use their 2.0 formula. It's so good. It just tastes like juice, but you get the caffeine, 140 milligrams of caffeine, no added sugar, 0 calories. Like I said, use code 4PTA1 at self-checkout. I see you on the next one. Peace.